What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo. We're here at Real, and today we get to talk to you about what Armstrong gear is best for wing foiling. There's so much Armstrong gear, the mast, the fuse, the tails. It gets kind of confusing. So when you break it down, you kind of look at what the kits are, how they are, and you start to understand what the lines are. We're going to find out and make it easy for you. So wing foiling really depends on your ability level, which one is going to be right for you. So there's a bunch of great wings, and Army's done a lot of development and a bunch of amazing stuff. So I want to kind of run through this lineup and explain to you what's going to work best. If you're a beginner and you're in light air, no question the best kit for you is Armstrong CF2400. CF2400 has a really nice wingspan, thick profile, has a lot of very low speed lift. The thing with the 2400 over any other big foil that we've ridden here is that it doesn't have as much drag as most big foils. It does have drag. It's a big wing, don't get me wrong. It's not like riding the high aspect wing, but it has a lot less drag and has a lot better speed range than most other wings out there. This kit is paired with the Armstrong CF300 tail wing for lots of stability and low speed lift. You want to increase your speed, you can add those shims as you get better, and that's going to increase your speed and maneuverability. And we've got a video of that on our website as well to kind of run through the shim system. 2400 gives you tons of low speed lift, has a lot of glide to it, and it's just very, very easy. So we're telling most people, hey, I want to get into wing foiling. A lot of people are in a light area. 2400, this is a great setup. Kits come with a 60 fuse and a 72 mast, which is great for most people learning to wing foil. If you're going to be in really heavy, choppy water, you might go to a longer mast down the line. But the thing is, starting with a big wing and a long mast is that the water weight grows exponentially as you go down the water column. So even a few more inches on the 85 mast here creates a lot more drag, and it's going to make it harder for you to get up on foil. So we're recommending the standard 72 mast with a 60 fuse for that kit. If you're a little lighter rider or going to be riding in some higher winds but still learning, you can try out the 1850. This is going to be a thinner profile wing, a little flatter span to it than the CF series, and this thin profile is just really nice for higher speed range. It also comes with a 232 tail, and this 232 tail, again, will reduce surface area, reduce lift, but increase speed and maneuverability. So lighter riders or riders in higher winds are oftentimes going with this foil here, the 1850, for their first kit. Probably the all-time favorite setup is unquestionably 1550 V2. This is probably the best foil all around for any size, any person, anywhere, wing foiling. No question, 1550 V2. So we get a lot of people that are getting kits with a 2400, adding on a 1550 V2 wing, 1850, adding this on, because this is great for, if you're a lighter rider, you could begin on this, but it has a huge speed range, has good low speed lift, has a lot of performance, a lot of turning, a lot of great capabilities. For your first time, it's going to be a little tough because it doesn't just kind of get up and go like you're going to get from the 2400 or 1850. But as soon as you know how to ride, this thing is beautiful. I ride the 1550 V2 all the time. It's great in turbulent water. It's great in kind of, a total variety of conditions. Again, it comes with a 232 tail wing, and I really like that 232 because it does have, with the A+ system on that starts with a negative shim, gives you some stability and some control, but then as you start to shim it out, you can get a lot more speed. Also, I really like adding on the Flying V. So for more performance, I've jumped up, and this is my kit that I ride here most of the times, winging 85 mast, Flying V, 1550 V2. Just makes it, you get that kind of real buttery feel. Doesn't have much surface area, so it's not going to give you quite as much lift to get going, but you do really improve the speed and turning with the Flying V. This is kind of an accessory. Tail wings are like accessories. You kind of add them on and change per conditions for what you're doing. A couple other popular wings that we're using for wing foiling as you're getting into more performance is going to be the 1250. So the 1250 has been really popular for more performance, and I like to ride this one when there's, I'm going to be powered, I'm riding my small board, and you got some decent size swell. can really crank around, but it still gives you enough lift to get upwind easily. I have ridden the 1050, the HS 1050 a bunch, and that thing is really turning. It feels like you're snowboarding on it. And I know that so I'm not really riding in big swell or more power, but one of our friends, Dylan Fish, he's just absolutely ripping them out. He's riding some really powerful waves, and really powerful swell. And so he's riding the 850 a lot, and he just says it's magic. As you're getting into chop and bump and deeper water with winging, you will want to bump up the mast size to the 85, I think is a really good size. The 100, I didn't have the best luck with it, but that, it's just because your wing is really far below the water and it takes more to get out of the water. Definitely 72 is stock on most. We do sell kits that have 72 or 85. 72 is easier to get going because the wing's closer to the surface. You want easiest to get going, you go down to the 60, and that's going to be even closer to the surface and get you going. Just the problem with the 60 and some of these big wings like the 2400 is that you're going to ventilate the wingtip and wipe out and blow up. Most of the kits are coming with the 60 fuse, and the 60 fuse is going to be stock and standard for most of these setups. You got plenty of stability out of these kits. If you go with the 70 fuse, you've got a lot of stability, and that thing is just like kind of too stable. The 70 fuse for winging is kind of too stable unless you just want to have super easy. The 50 fuse, really turny, and a lot of people are using that in some of these other more advanced wings like the high aspect 1125. This one here is ridiculous for winging, for performance, for going upwind and going downwind. Because of that wide span, you're not getting quite the turning. So some people are putting the 50 fuse and the flying V on this to make it really sharp and sporty. I have been winging the 925 a bunch too, at my weight at 165 pounds, 925. Just gives a lot better turning than I'm getting out of the 1125. These wings took me a while to get used to and a while to get going. Definitely feeling a lot of the bump and the turbulence. But the performance upwind and the glide you get just to go ride ocean swell is just second to none on these high aspects. Most of the times though, I'm on the 1550 V2. Most people out there, for the beginners, they're getting into it. CF 2400, 1850, add on the 1550, and it's like you got a match made in heaven. If you have more questions or want to kind of find the right kit for you, give us a call at the shop, 252-987-6000. You can find more information on our website at realwatersports.com. We'll see you on the water.